everyone, and welcome to another episode of Treats on the Streets. Thanks for joining me today. And today we are going to have some fun driving. I'm going to take you guys somewhere that I've never been before in this car, and I've been really wanting to drive this road for a while. In order to do what we're going to do today, we're going to have to stop and get some gas because I am about empty right now, and we're going to need a full tank. The weather is also just a little bit rainy. I'm hoping that we'll hold out. We're going to go up there either way, but we're going to be able to have a little more fun driving if it's dry. But either way, we're going to have a great time. So let's go to the gas station and grab ourselves a full tank of 91 octane. $2.75. $40 and 14 gallons later. We're ready to rip. How much is your 91 or 93 octane where you live? Comment below. So I found that pretty much whatever you're driving, you're going to drive the car the way that it inspires you to drive it. What I mean by that is if you're driving something like a Hellcat or something with a lot of power that's not so great at handling, you're going to be flooring it a lot in a straight line because that's what the car makes you want to do and that's what it feels good to do. So with this car, with being that it has coilovers and all that stuff, and the power's okay, I mean obviously it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it inspires me to want to go rip some canyons, and that's why I do it so much. This car is great for that, as I'm sure many of you who own this car know as well. I've taken you guys through a lot of canyons, but like I mentioned before, this is one that I haven't taken you to before. Now I live in Utah, which means, well, not everywhere in Utah, but where I live in Utah, there is snow in the winter. And because of the mountains and because of the snow, that means that there's a lot of roads that go up those mountains. And the nature of those roads is pretty twisty, and that makes for a lot of fun. Now this is why I love ski resorts. Not so much for winter sports because I honestly don't really do too much of that, but because in the summer, the roads up to them are a blast. Now close to where I live, there are 3 resorts. One is, I don't know, they call it Wolf Mountain, I think. It changes all the time, people keep buying it. Another one is Powder Mountain, another one is Snow Basin. Now I have taken you guys about halfway up to Snow Basin before in the video where I put the mic under the hood so you guys could hear the Vano switch over, but I have never driven up to Powder Mountain in a video. Now when we get to where we're going, which we actually have to go through a first canyon to get to the second one that we're going to go up to Powder Mountain, I am going to take this GoPro and I'm going to mount it on my head and give you guys a first-person view of the drive up there, and we're going to go for a rip. And another good thing about driving up to ski resorts is when you get to the top, not only is it fun to get up there, but when you get up there, there's a hell of a view, and I'm going to show you guys that too. And so, that brings us to canyon number 1. Here we go. So if you've been with the channel for a while, you may recognize this road. We've driven it quite a few times. This is what we have to go through on our way to Powder Mountain. We're not gonna be able to rip this road too hard just because there is quite a bit of traffic on this road, but we're still gonna have some fun, so stick with me. Here we go. Somebody did some burnouts. I usually don't rip the whole thing as fast as I can. I try to stay pretty slow until I get to some turns where I know I can have some fun so I don't catch up to people as fast. One. Dang, this thing's got some grip, I tell you what. Big rock. Woo. Just like that, we are to the top, and we're on our way down now. Better hope your brakes are good for this one. comes one of my favorite turns I always talk about. Let's hope there's no traffic coming. All right, time to cool down a little bit while we're on our way to the road to Powder Mountain, baby. Now, so far, surprisingly enough, because I don't have any modifications to my brakes, whenever I've gone up and especially down any of these canyons that I drive, I haven't had brake fade yet. Cross my fingers. Now, another mod besides the coilovers and besides the sway bars and besides this E34 steering joint that we put in, one of my favorite mods that I really notice the benefit of when we are driving through these canyons and going for rips and stuff is the lightweight flywheel and the aftermarket clutch. When I'm downshifting, when I'm rev matching, it just is so responsive and lets me do that super quick. All right, guys, I don't know how much you can see, but we came from way over there. Now we are way over here, and we're about to go way up there. This is pretty much the beginning of the road up to Powder Mountain. So here we go. This is a great sign. Sharp curves, steep grades, next 4 miles. That's good news. This road is really steep. Car's hot. We have gone down from 83 degrees when we left to 69 degrees up here. I'm gonna have to get this camera out so I can show you guys what we're dealing with up here. We're gonna let the car run a little bit, keep the fans going, try to cool this engine off a bit. But check this place out. I apologize for the wind noise if it's a little windy. Dang, we're way up here. A lot of times, because this parking lot is so big, they'll actually hold car cruises and the destination will be up here. She did good. Another thing that's really cool about coming up here in the summer is there's a lot of nice mountain biking trails to ride on too. And this, my friends, is what it's all about. There's not much that I enjoy more than hopping in a fun car and driving on some beautiful twisty roads and coming to a place like this. Oh my gosh. It's places like this that really make me love driving so much and just appreciate this beautiful place that I live in. I've been really excited to make today's episode and bring you guys along to these places that I get to go to that really just are not that far away at all from where I live. This right here is why I love where I live. A place where there's snow, a place where there's mountains, a place where there's roads like this and scenery like this, where I can enjoy myself all year, not just the winter, but especially in the summer. It seems like everywhere you look up here is just a great opportunity for a photo shoot. If you guys could tell, it was pretty smoky up here. There's a lot of fires. It's hard to believe this, but way up in Oregon, we're feeling the smoke down here in Utah from the fires that they have up there. Kind of inhibits the view a little bit, but you can still enjoy it. Let me know if you like episodes like this, where I go to places like this, drive these canyons, have some fun, and show you guys where I'm going. I really enjoy making episodes like this because I love driving, and I love the mountains, and I love the roads that take me up here. So if you guys want to see more places like this, there is plenty more around here that I can show you. But anyways, let me know in the comments. I'm sad to say that we are on our way back down now, but don't worry, we've only had half the fun because we still have the drive on the way back. With that said, come and hop with me again in the driver's seat and let's go for a rip again on the way back. This is a huge long road. We're really gonna be testing the brakes coming back down on this one. We're gonna have to go around this guy. Say we slow down a little bit and try ourselves a proper downhill launch. Can you hear that stream out there? Anyways, here we go. Whoa, hard on the brakes. Okay, I am starting to notice some brake fade now from that driving. We're gonna have to take it a little easier now. Well, pretty much just like that, we're back down the canyon. Time to head on to the next one. And here we go again for canyon number 2. Well, it looks like we're running into some traffic here, so I believe this is going to be the end of this little joyride. All right, guys, I think this is where we have to end today's episode. We got to go drive some really fun roads, see some really cool scenery, and the car performed outstanding. If this is your first time heading over to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks again for joining me on today's episode. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too, and I will see you guys next time. There's a deer right up here. They're just eating some leaves off that tree. Can you see him? Hey, dude. He doesn't even care. I'm sitting right here.